corner, as well as OTGing. So again, what's the point of using his OTG grab exactly? Like so. Safe jump into whatever you call it. It's just bullshit all over the walls with this character. I think that's it in terms of special moves. I suppose it would be appropriate to go into supers just to give you their overall kind of basis, but I mean, there's not much of a foundation to give them outside of the fact that you're going to be confirming into a couple in some given situations, so... Alright, I suppose it would be appropriate to start with dinner time. Alright, KOFXIV causes a hard knockdown. You can get a safe jump from it, which I fucked up. So hold on a sec. That would be a safe jump. I believe it's a 5-frame safe jump. Again, I'll be looking into this a little more once I go into the section of Vortex, but that would be a 5-frame safe jump, so characters like Rio will be able to escape with his ATP. But I mean, if you were to be, say, mid-screen using dinner time, that's not really what you'd be going for. You're going to a roll, ambiguous cross-up, and that also converts to taps. And one, again, like I mentioned with Jump C before, is that it's so fucked up when you jump up, when you do a hop with it, because it ends up being a completely ambiguous situation. And as I mentioned as well earlier with the move, is that even when it crosses up, you can still remain on the same side and vice versa, and still convert into a mix-up, or rather taps, or whatever. Really, it's your call, and it's just so fucked up. So extremely useful setup once you're on the, if you're mid-screen, and you're, you find yourself using a dinner time via the 5B Anchor Hammer with Punish. You're gonna just roll, short hop, ambiguous mix-up. And one really good thing about this mix-up as well is that if your opponent tries to retaliate with a DP, then you're pretty much safe. And I'll try to demonstrate that actually. You're pretty much completely safe because the DP will whiff. Fuck would I go about this thing? Okay, here we go. That's bear me as well, it's fucking pad, so... There we go. Like that, okay, that works. Try again, that was not a DP. Like that. You're completely safe. I know it wasn't reversal timing, but I have tested this liberally before. Even if it is a reversal, you're pretty much relatively safe, so they're forced to take a mix-up, unless they're committed to auto-correcting it, which requires a timing, and if they still fuck up, then you're still relatively safe, because you can probably land in time and still pretty much make it a semi-safe jump. So they really have to commit to the auto-correct if they're willing to bet all the chips on reversal DP. Reverse DP. Yeah, I was talking about that actually. If they auto-correct it, then it clicks, but the thing is, they can't really auto-correct it on their wake-up. They have to visually identify that that he did the cross-up, and that's really hard. So... And they can't really use it as reversal timing either, that's the thing. And by the time they notice that you crossed up, they're probably going to get clipped anyway, so... Again, it's just a very powerful mix-up. And again, you can mix up all this other stuff, like you can do empty jump low, you can do empty jump command grab, etc, etc. So you can really kind of fuck with them mid-range, and that's, again, this is what makes Dinosaur really strong, because he has all these options off a knockdown from essentially anywhere. But the corner in particular is where he especially thrives. I suppose it would be appropriate to go into his level 2. Okay, level 2 dinner time, it's a much more refined super, because it leaves you pretty much where you want them to be, and that is right next to them. And no safe jump or anything, but you can get your other stuff like meaty command grab, meaties, like meaty 2B, going to overhead, etc, etc. So kind of the staple stuff that I demonstrated before is really where you're getting, and this is probably one of the best. I believe this to be one of the highest damaging level 2 supers as well, so that also kind of does benefit Dinosaur in that department, especially for a character that is kind of quite lacking in damage, which I did kind of forget to mention. Just like unlike the in terms of just like the scope of his damage, he's quite lacking. His 2-bar and 1-bar damage is really kind of where you want to be primarily investing your meter, because everything else is more of a waste unless you're certain it's going to kill. And it's a like a final round situation. Otherwise, you're just much better saving the meter, because you will get more damage in the long term overall, and you're guaranteed that damage because their escape options are limited, and they have to commit to a really risky decision to even make that escape to begin with, you know. So, but yeah, I'll get into like his optimal combos later, just to kind of an idea on just really like how you're meant to be managing your meter in terms of just your damage. Anyway, Zetmet's Hurricane. Really, I can't really say too much about this super, because outside of the fact that it looks dope as fuck, there's really not a whole lot of reason as to why I should be favoring this over dinner time, because you can convert into dinner time from farther out ranges and you get Oki. That's one problem with this super, is that it's a good chunk of damage for a level 1 super. That's 240, which is really good. But the problem is, look at you're left at a really big disadvantage. You're only really able to dash up, like sneak in a stand B, which does nothing. Oh, 1 second. Alright, okay, there we go. Man, where was I? I totally forgot. Oh yeah, his, this also applies to level 2. Again, it brings him down for a... just send him to the heavens, brings him down for a world of hurt, but again, the problem is there's no reason to favor it over going into dinner time, because of just how, you can do it, convert it from like his air combos, from his OTGs, you can convert it from a whiff punish, etc, etc. So it just has a lot more flexibility to the super, and just overall damage output that his Hurricane does not have, including Oki as well, which is a pinpoint reason as to what that should just be your priority, as to kind of favoring it over his Hurricane, to be honest with you. Not just damage output alone, but damage of course does help, nothing wrong with that. Suppose it would be appropriate to talk about his level 3. Again, really not much to talk about here. It's just your average climax super. Looks sick. Again, one reason to take into consideration using this, kind of in the clutch and when you need to kill your opponent, is oh, excuse me, is that it provides Oki, which again, Dinosaur can't get enough of. That's one big strength of this character, is again, he gets Oki off of so many of his conversions. So you can do dash up, meaty C grab, you can do dash up, tick throw, just a lot of options at your disposal, I suppose. But otherwise, yeah, not really too much to discuss in that department for his climax. Let me think here. I believe... chat, is there anything I'm really missing in terms of just like his overall moves list? Because I feel like I've gone over everything, and I could probably just move on to his Vortex now, which is the main meat of the character, if you will. I think I've covered everything. That's kind of the scope of his move list right now. Did you move to... Ah! Excellent point. I will actually cover that in his Vortex now that I think about it. Let me just try and figure a way out to show this off. Yeah, it should be fine actually. Yeah, it would be appropriate to talk about like his Vortex now, I suppose. So let me just record that quickly. I'll see if I can get it right. Because, again, I'm using pads, so it's a little difficult to execute this stuff, but, see if that works. Try again, actually. Fuck. I'm determined to get this. See if this works. Like that. So not only are you covering an option to jump, but you're also covering rolls as well. So if they attempt to jump or do anything that isn't holding down back and playing defensive, then they're pretty much getting fucked up. Straight up. And keeping in mind, you can mix this up with his meaty C-grab if they're trying to retaliate with an invincible reversal. So essentially, it's just option selects and option coverage like all over the walls. It's complete bullshit. Again, which is why I'm stressing to you that Dinosaur is extremely, extremely dangerous when he has the opportunity to open you up with meter and just his vortex game in the corner. He can really just take a round just like that if he really needed to. But yeah, I suppose it would be appropriate to go into vortex now. I'll pick Kyo just to demonstrate like his to demonstrate Dinosaur's C-grab to the fullest because it has free hits during his DP. So it only makes sense to apply that, I guess. I'm probably going to upload this to the YouTubes as well, just to I suppose spread awareness, but you know. Okay, how would I go about doing this? Trying to think how I would do this. Let me try and think. Okay, I think I've... Alright, okay. What's be appropriate to put in the corner? Okay, so getting into Dinosaur's Vortex is pretty much the main... this is the primary strength of this character. His Vortex is probably one of the... it would probably be the closest, if not the most, like... There's the most set foundation for, like, a true Vortex in this game, next to Kyo. So let me try and demonstrate a little bit here. Actually, I think it would just be, probably just show the basics. Okay, so kind of the main foundation here is that you're mixing up your command grabs. Whoops. Mixing up your command grabs and just your meaties in general and overheads. And you're just playing a very conditional kind of game. That was a bad meaty timing. That should be better. Fuck. Alright, hold on. I'm determined to show you again, once a moment. Oh my goodness. Hold on a sec. Oh my goodness. I'm not giving this up. Trust me, you're gonna have to take my word for it though. This 100% works. It's fucking pad. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Pads fucking suck. Literally. I don't understand how anyone can use these fucking things. They're atrocious. Of course, DPs don't work. Alright, that works.